What if I told you that some of the most emotionally raw songs ever recorded were born from heartbreak so intense, it felt like a personal attack? Let me ask you this. Have you ever listened to a song and felt like the artist was staring directly into your soul, whispering secrets you never told anyone? That's exactly what happened with these three 60s tracks, where real-life relationship chaos became timeless art. Think about it. How many of us have been in a relationship that felt like walking through a minefield? Now imagine translating that emotional minefield into music that millions would relate to. That's the magic, and the madness, of these songs. Take Paul McCartney's For No One. It's not just a breakup song, it's a psychological autopsy of a failed relationship. McCartney wasn't just writing about Jane Asher, he was dissecting the universal ache of realizing someone isn't the person you thought they were. What's fascinating is how he turned that personal disillusionment into something so universally relatable. It's like he took a private wound and made it a public monument. But here's the kicker. McCartney admitted he could relate to the pain of rejection because he'd been through it multiple times. That's the thing about heartbreak, it's not unique, but the way you process it? That's entirely personal. It makes me wonder, how many other artists have taken their own emotional baggage and turned it into something beautiful, without ever revealing the full story? Then there's Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. Dylan didn't just write about Susie Rotolo leaving him for Italy. He weaponized the moment. He turned a personal loss into a philosophical statement about coping mechanisms. When he said it's not a love song but a self-talk, he was basically saying, I'm not just sad, I'm trying to convince myself I'm okay. That's the kind of vulnerability that makes music stick. But here's what people often miss. Dylan's twist wasn't just about letting go, it was about refusing to be defined by the loss. It's like he was saying, sure, she left, but I'm not going to let that define who I am. That's a mindset I think a lot of us could use today, especially in an age where social media turns every breakup into a public spectacle. And let's talk about Joni Mitchell's I Had a King. This isn't just about a failed marriage, it's about the collision between artistic ambition and domestic expectations. Chuck Mitchell didn't get her passion for songwriting, and she didn't get his traditional folk roots. It's like they were speaking two different languages. What's wild is how Mitchell framed their relationship as a marriage of convenience, a term that feels both tragic and pragmatic. But here's the deeper layer. This song is a mirror to the 60s feminist movement. She's not just lamenting a broken relationship, she's quietly rebelling against the idea that women should sacrifice their dreams for stability. It makes me wonder, how many other women in the 60s used music as a way to reclaim their autonomy, even in the most personal of spaces? If you take a step back, these songs aren't just about love and loss, they're about identity. They're about how we process pain, how we redefine ourselves after heartbreak, and how art becomes a bridge between private suffering and collective healing. What this really suggests is that music isn't just a reflection of life, it's a way to reshape it. So the next time you hear one of these songs, don't just listen. Ask yourself, what part of my own story is this echoing? Because if there's one thing these artists taught us, it's that even the most painful chapters can become the most powerful chapters of our lives.